Most of the times when we analyze data, we work on data cleaning and we spend a lot of time on data cleaning before analyzing our data. Today we are going to talk about the flash fill option in MS Excel that reduces our efforts and can help us a lot while cleaning the data in MS Excel. In today's example, we will talk about 12 examples that can become very handy for us to clean our data in MS Excel. Let's go. As you can see on my screen, in the first example, we have a full name in the first column and we want to split this into first name and last name. So what we need to do is to write the first name, that is John, press enter and press Ctrl E. When you press Ctrl E, MS Excel understands the pattern. It extracts all the first names from these names and will enter these first names into this first name column. Then let's move on to the last name and let's write the last name of the first entry, that is Doe. Press enter and now press Ctrl E again, and it will fetch the last name from every entry and will write the last name under the last name column. So this was the first example. Let's move on to the second one. In this second example, we want to combine the first name and last name of these records and we want to construct a full name out of these two names. So let me expand this a bit. We need to write the first name here, that is John space Doe, and press enter. Now let's press Ctrl E. Again, MS Excel is going to understand the pattern and will write all the names here under the full name column. In the third example, we have a full name column here and we want to convert this full name into a lowercase full name and then into an uppercase full name. So again, what we need to do is to write the first name, that is John Doe, in lowercase letters. Press enter, press Ctrl E, and you will have all the names written in the lowercase letters. In the same way, we can write John Doe in the uppercase letters here like this. Press enter and press Ctrl E. MS Excel will give us all the names in the uppercase letters. By the way, you will find a link for downloading this practice file in the video description. Let's move on to the fourth example. In the fourth example, again we have a full name column. We want to extract last name and then we want to put a comma and then we want to have the first name. So again we want to write Doe first, comma, a space, and then we want to write the first name like this. Press enter and press Ctrl E. MS Excel is going to give us all the names in this pattern. And if you have any other use cases for the flash fill option, make sure to leave them in the comment section. In the fifth example, we have full name and we want to construct an email address out of this full name. For example, I want to construct an email for John Doe, that will be john.doe.flashfill@excel.com. So this is an email I want to construct. So I will press enter and will press Ctrl E again. Excel is going to construct emails out of all these entries and we will have all the email addresses under this email address column like this. In the sixth example, again we have full name and we want to extract the initials of the full name. So we want to have initial of the first name and then initial of the last name. For example, for John Doe, I will have J and D. Press enter, press Ctrl E, and we will have the initials for all these names written here. In the seventh example, we want to extract the last name with initials from the full name. Remember that we have a full name that is constructed from first name, middle name and last name, and here we want to have the last name with initials. So for example, I will have Doe, comma, J.M. So I want to construct a name like this. I want to have the last name first, then the first character of the first name, dot the first character of the middle name. Press enter, press Ctrl E, and it will give us all the names like this. So for Jane Allison Smith, we have Smith space J.A, Jane.Allison. In the eighth example, let's work with dates. For example, we have a list of dates here where we want to extract day, month and year from these dates, and then we want to change the formatting of this date column. using flash fill option. So in the first example, we want to extract the day. So I will write 15, press enter and press Ctrl E. It will extract all the days from all the dates and will write it in this column. Then we have month, so we need to repeat the same process. I will write 01, which is the month, press enter and press Ctrl E. It will again extract all the months and will write it here. Because the type of this column is text, it is giving us a warning or an error, but we will ignore that and let's move on to the year column. In the year column, we will write 2022 from the first date, press enter and press Ctrl E. It will fetch all the years and will write it here. Then in the new format, we want to change the format of the existing dates. For example, I want to see this date, day, month, year, like month, day and year. So I want to write it like this. Press enter, press Ctrl E. It will convert all the dates to this new format and you will have this date in the new format that we want. So this is how we use flash fill option with dates as well. In the ninth example, as you can see, we have a column product dash category where we have product name, then we have a dash and then we have a category name. So we have three categories: gaming, electronics and computer accessories, and we want to extract the category name from the product and category column and write it under this category section. So for example, from the first entry, I will write gaming as the category, write gaming, press enter, and if I press Ctrl E, this time we will have the product name, not the category name. And the problem is that in the first entry we have gaming console as the product, where gaming is the first word, and then we have gaming as the category as well. So in this case, we cannot have the category from the first entry. What we need to do is to provide more examples to the flash fill feature, and then after that flash fill will help us. So let me press Ctrl Z, and from the first entry it cannot determine the pattern, so I will need to provide another example and write electronics as well. Now that we are providing two examples, if I stand here and press Ctrl E, now it is correctly fetching the category names and it is correctly writing the category names under the category section. So when one example is not enough, we need to provide two or more examples for the flash fill feature so it can determine the pattern correctly. In the 10th example, we want to construct an email, not an email address, but this time we want to write an email and we want to use these full names in our emails. So I need to provide the first entry. For example, I can say hello John Doe, I want to invite you to my birthday party this Sunday. So this is the email that I want to construct for all the full names that I have in this list. So I can press Ctrl E, and then MS Excel's flash fill feature is intelligent enough to write this email for all the full names that we have in this list. In the 11th example, we want to work with contact numbers. For example, we have these contact numbers which are not in the proper format, and I want to format these contact numbers using the flash fill feature. So what I want to do is to write +1 space and then write the code here, space, write 555 space 0147. If I press enter, I will have the first entry there, and this time if I press Ctrl E, it will automatically format the existing contact numbers and will write them under the contact number with the code. In the 12th and last example, we want to work with addresses. For example, we have these addresses in the address column, and we want to fetch street number, street name, city, state code and zip code out of these addresses with the help of the flash fill feature. So I can write 123 as the first street number. I can press enter and press Ctrl E. It will fetch all the street numbers from this address column, and we will have all of them under the street number column. Then I will write the street name, for example Main Street. Here press enter and press Ctrl E. It will fetch all the street names and will add them under the street name column. Then we need the city, so let me write the city here. Press enter and press Ctrl E. All the city names are fetched and written here. And after that we need the state code. For example, IL for the first state. Press Ctrl E, it will fetch the state code from all of these addresses and we will have the state codes here. The last portion is the zip code, so let me write the first one, 62704. Press enter and press Ctrl E. All of the zip codes are written under the zip code column. So these were the 12 use cases that we used FlashFill for. Let me know in the comments if you know more use cases so we can also understand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section and make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.